We're making artisan Bocarillo today. Just consider it as Bucayo's older brother. Two versions, Brittle and chewy. We'll show you the way how to make these two versions, but no matter how you prepare them, they're good as gift items for Christmas. Either prepared like this or cut into coconut candy bars. Join me here at my small kitchen for some sweets and fun, and above all, learning. Yes, it's been a while. Welcome back to my small kitchen. Well, we were just busy in the garden. Today we're cooking, or tonight I should say, because it's Monday night and I feel like making something sweet. It's a good gift item. It's easy. It's called Bocarillo. I grew up with Bocarillo in my barrio, but it faded out of fashion in favor of the Bucayo. First, what's the difference between Bucayo and Bocarillo? Bucayo is chewy. It's a bit moist, while Bocarillo is crunchy and brittle. It's just peanut brittle, but instead of peanut, it's coconut. So that's what we're cooking tonight, Bocarillo or coconut brittle. Very simple. Just 3 ingredients. In fact, you can do with just 2. Young coconut, not very young, but mature enough to make Bucayo from. And what else? I'll give you the ratio in the description box. Sugar. This is my extra from making my crunchy eggplant pulutan. It's berenjena a la cordobesa, which has become a favorite of our neighborhood. That's not enough. That's why I'm adding white sugar. Let's start. I forgot to mention we also need water. I might as well tell you the proportions. We need 1.5 cup. Just the proportion, you of course adjust it accordingly. I have here 1.5 cup of coconut. For this I need 2 cups at least of sugar. 2 cups at least of sugar, preferably white, but this gives more color and flavor. This is the key ingredient, but you can do without this. This is corn syrup. Besides enhancing the sweetness of the Bocarillo or of the coconut brittle, it also prevents the sugar from crystallizing. That sounds too that sounds too high tech. That's chemistry. Sugar, when boiled, dissolves, right? And it caramelizes. But when cooled, it returns to its crystal state. It disintegrates into crystal. So to avoid that, we add this. Instead of crystallizing, it now retains its smooth and silky and crunchy structure. 1 cup of this. We can start. Order doesn't matter here. Water, sugar, and the corn syrup. Adding more is not harmful. And to enhance the flavor a bit, it's always advisable to use just a dash of salt. To any pastry or to any confectionery, salt enhances the flavor. And at least 1/2 cup of this corn syrup. I can find a measuring cup. Since we need to cook the coconut a bit, it doesn't harm to add it now while the sugar hasn't dissolved totally yet. Once it starts to boil, the caramelization takes around 10 minutes. That is after 10 minutes. At high flame. Oh, let me correct that. It's not 10 minutes, more than that, because there's due to the water content of the coconut. If this was peanut, then 10 minutes would be more than enough. Word of caution, boiling sugar is really hot. Perhaps the question is when to stop. Is it when the coconut is cooked? No. Once we reach what they call the soft bowl phase of the sugar. Let me illustrate later, that's why stay tuned. What we mean by soft bowl state. When the sugar reaches around 116 degrees Celsius. But we don't need a temperature to do that. We can also check. Thermometer, Romulo, not temperature. I'll show you later when we reach that state. If you can only smell this, it's really sensory overload here. The aroma of the coconut and sugar. Ooh. I think we're close to that state, what I was referring to as soft bowl state. Let me illustrate. I have here water, cold water. I just drop molten sugar here, and if that molten sugar forms like this, look, that's the state we want to attain. Let me clarify that for a chewy texture similar to that of the Bucayo, this is the state we want to reach, soft bowl. But if you want to make it really brittle, aim for the hard bowl, which I'm going to illustrate next. As you see, it's hard and it becomes brittle as it cools down. Yes, at this state we can stop. And we can begin forming them. Parchment paper. And I have here an oiled cup for measuring. You know the purpose of the oil? To avoid or to keep the sugar from sticking. So here they are. They have the looks of the legacy Bocarillo. Let's just have them cool down and taste them later. They need to settle. Thank you for joining me here today, and I hope you got inspired to do this at home. See you on the next video, and I'd like to leave you for now as I finish the scraps. They're really good and brittle.